Dear friends, today we will talk about sound panels. Let's assume you already invested a lot of money in your speakers and you bring it home, plug in an amplifier and figure out that it doesn't sound the same like it sounds in the store or in a showroom. That means something wrong with your room configuration, and it's relatively easy and relatively cheaper can be fixed. When you build your audio system, the point number one in your list will be speakers, and here I got a new Edifier S3000 Pro. It's a top in their model line. It has an embedded Class D amplifier, it has a nice membrane tweeter and very powerful middle bass. That's a bookshelf I'm migrating from my Sony towers, and I'm waiting for the stands for the speaker to arrive, so that now I place them on top of my old speakers. And this is definitely not a high-end speaker, it's just a Chinese product. It has an average electronics inside, so I choose to pair it with my old digital to analog converter, which called Cambridge Audio DAC Magic Plus. I connected it using bounced cable. At this point of time, I'm pretty happy with the configuration and how it sounds. And the environment is crucial for listening experience, and if you even get the most expensive speakers like $1,000 and place them in a room with the bare walls, and that will produce a lot of echo and distortions, and that will not let them speak as they're supposed to. When you buy a new speakers, the next step you should do is improve your room environment, and let me show you what I have now. Me and my family, we live in a small condo in the heart of downtown Toronto. That's our living room and our sofa. That will be actually my main listening area. And once I've got a very tiny space here, I have my work desk where I do my job, and right in front of the sofa I place the speakers. You see that everything is compact. Here we have entrance into the bedroom. Here I have a TV with a PlayStation that I place it on a movable stand, so I can place it in front of my sofa to enjoy movies with a high quality audio. And that room is connected to the kitchen. I'm not an expert in building such rooms, but even now you can see the echo while I'm speaking, and I will do the sound tests, and we will see that echo on music listening. And the idea of improvement here is placing some corner drops in here, and also isolate some place some acoustic panels on this wall behind the sofa, and on that wall that is actually a dry wall, and I think that's a most sensitive part in our setup in our room, which produce a lot of distortion, especially for the bass. The same, this wall is also just a cardboard, I know, and the wall itself That acoustic panels are designed to absorb the sound and are often used in the studios by musicians to improve the recording and sound listening, and also for a high-end room setup. And usually, like a cheapest version is made of foam. It's manufactured in different colors, usually in black for a studio. That's fine. For our condo, my wife doesn't like this black color. I want her to feel like in a recording studio. So the best configuration that I found is this hexagon one, and that you can place and experiment with a layout and pattern. I choose that order just the white ones, as well as I ordered some corner drops, which are actually not white. I couldn't find the white one, but I went with this gray one, and that's arrived. Let's have a look what I got.
Get on my head. 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 Get on my head.
This is what I got as a panel, and it has a very nice quality material. I didn't expect that, and it's pretty big, but the only what I didn't expect is that it's quite fat and it will steal some space from my wall, and inside that's also shaped and very tiny room for stickers, so I'm not pretty sure how well it will be hold on the wall, but let's try to make some pattern. And that's what I've got as a corner drops. That's actually a piece of foam, but because the pockets are very tight, it loses their form, and as per manual they say that I have to place it in the water for some time to let it spread. So let's see if it helps, otherwise I will have to return this. And finally I ordered double-sided stickers that's made with a kind of silicone or some material that's not supposed to leave and damage the paint on my walls, because our landlord actually does not allow us to put or anything on the walls. So that's one. I used some pins, but actually I'm not supposed to do that, and we will check how well is it working. So I'm trying to place those corner traps and pieces in the water and see how it will absorb and will it change the form, because it's supposed to be a squared one. Meanwhile, first I'm trying to make some pattern on the floor and see how it will looks like. They are asymmetrical, but if I put each individual one facing the different way, that looks much better as for me. The only fear that I think that 5 packs that I ordered will be not enough to cover all the space that I planned to, but I will try to cover as much as possible. When I'm done with the panels, it's time to mount these corner traps. You see that after washing and drying it get in a normal form, and only thing to consider is when you wash them, you need to make sure that you place them separately, because when they come from the same pack, it matches perfectly, but when I use one from a different pack, this piece is not accurately matched, and I had to spend a lot of time to find the best matching part, and you can avoid it just by placing them and drying in a proper sequence. To mount them, you can use different options. There is a special glue, use it for that kind of foam. For myself, I've got this double-sided acrylic gel type from dollar store. It's pretty sticky. Remember I told you that I would like to save my walls, and that is pretty sticky type that later I'm afraid that will not be able to peel it without damaging the wall paint. I invented my own way to do this. First, I'm placing a regular scotch, regular packaging type. It's very easy to peel it even after years of using. If you do it accurately, it will almost never leave any traces on the wall. And over that tape I will place this sticky one. So you see it's a transparent type that's easy to peel, and over it I place this heavy duty acrylic layer. So when I will be moving out, it will be just easy to remove it completely without any damage. And finally, as a last step, I just place in my piece, making sure that edges are accurately fit, and that's how it works. And now have a look on a final interior. As you see that the hexagon panels can be put in different patterns. You can even choose the colors and play with the colors. I choose to not doing that, only having a white one. So these tiles are 3D shaped and they looks like kind of stone tiles or something. And now let's do a sound test and compare how it was and how it is now. I placed 2 stereo microphones on the sofa, approximately where the listener will be sitting. Let's first measure sound without sound panels to estimate the echo.
I'm not rich, I'm not a witch. I just work from 9 to 5. No need to worry, don't feel so sorry. I love hearing my favorite tunes, jazz and the bossa. I'm not rich, I'm not a witch. I just work from 9 to 5. No need to worry, don't feel so sorry. I love hearing my favorite tunes, jazz and the bossa nova. Electronica. When I feel that it's good enough.
As you can hear, it's a huge gap between how it was and how it is now. I used the same microphone placement, so there is absolutely identical condition. The changes are only these panels, and as you see, like before, it was absolutely smooth sound, a lot of echo, and on currently there is some noticeable walls vibration on a high volume, but generally the difference is significant. I really didn't expect that these panels will do this job such a well. Say that in real life the difference is even much more noticeable, and it sounds amazing even with this middle range bookshelf speakers. That improvement just really cost me about $300 and 8 hours of my time to put everything on, because I've been doing it for the first time. I didn't have an experience with those panels and I didn't know which pattern I will use. Hope you liked this video and you know what to do, you know how to subscribe in the bottom of the page, and see you in my next videos.